Welcome back. I am Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY, Dollar Tree, and budget-friendly spring Easter decor crafts. So I love to share with you all how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a budget. You do not have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. I am so excited for the new hope and joy of spring. And don't forget to subscribe and comment because I am hosting a $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. Let's create a beautiful Dollar Tree Easter cross wreath. So from the Dollar Tree, I grabbed one of their cross wreath forms, and then I'm using 2 rolls of deco mesh. I'm simply going to zip tie the deco mesh to the base of the wreath and twist it around the entire wreath form. I'm going to do that. I'm going to spiral twist it all the way up. Not really spiral twist, just basically twist it around the wreath, twist it all the way back down, and then twist it all the way back up again. You guys could also use ribbon. I didn't have any white or burlap ribbon on hand, so I'm just using the deco mesh. I went all the way to the top with it, and then I'm going to tie it off again with another zip tie, and I'm going to start a new loop in and around the cross arm parts. And again, you just twist it around several times until you get the coverage that you want, and you can simply zip tie it on either end. This is super simple to do, and of course, remember, you guys can easily use ribbon or whatever you have on hand. I've even cut fabric and done that as well. And so then once I had that done, I'm going to make a really simple bow. So I'm going to take this Dollar Tree ribbon and loop it over on itself 4 times. This is the Dollar Tree Easter ribbon. It's kind of that gingham check pattern, which I thought would be super pretty for Easter. I'm going to set that aside and then take some of the pink wired burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree, loop that over on itself. I only was able to loop it over on itself, I believe, twice because I was running low on these other ribbons, and I did that with the burlap as well. And then I'm going to simply layer them all together. I'm going to pinch them in the center and then zip tie the center of that to create my bow. I did leave some extra ribbon on the rolls to make some pretty tails. So I'm going to zip tie this to the center of the cross, but I did it kind of off to the side to create just a little bit of dimension, I guess. Instead of putting it directly in the center, I did it kind of at a slant or an angle. I added in my tails, and then I'm going to dovetail the ribbon on the bottom of my tail. So to dovetail it, you just cut a little triangle in the base. I had some greenery left over from another project, so I'm adding that to the bottom part of my bow, and then some more to the top, and then I cut apart a little hydrangea piece of flower. I'm using one of my coffee filter roses. I hot glued that into the center, and then added a little bit of Dollar Tree floral just pick in there. And then here is the finished product, and I think it came out really beautiful. I am a faith, God loving girl, and so I thought this was just so pretty. I'm going to use it in my Easter decor. I get a lot of requests for cross or faith decor, so here you go. I love y'all, and God bless you so much. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Easter egg wreath and I'm going to flip it over. That way on that one side I could still use it if I wanted to, but I really want to do something a little different to this side. So I'm just going to take some Mod Podge. This is the waterproof Mod Podge, and I'm going to simply take this pretty gingham check pink and white paper that I found at Hobby Lobby. It was 59 cents and then it was 40% off of that. So super great deal. And then I just Mod Podged it onto the little Easter egg form. And then I'm adding a layer of Mod Podge over that. You could also use a blank, egg shape if they have those at Dollar Tree. I didn't see any at my store. I don't think they had all their Easter stuff set out. But anyway, now I'm going to take a little bit of chalk paint and simply kind of outline my egg with some chalk paint, and then trim off the excess paper. I was in a little bit of a hurry. I should have let everything dry, but I was really trying to get this tutorial out for you guys. I had done some of these actually on my day off on Sunday, just kind of in lieu and getting ready for my Easter decorating. to kind of see how I wanted things to look. So I did already have some of these done, but I really wanted to share a tutorial with you guys in case you guys want to change up any of your Easter decor. I think this pink and white paper is beautiful. You guys could always use black and white paper, green and white paper, whatever paper you want to make a pretty egg with. Then I'm going to take some of this lace that I found in a bag at my local flea market. I found a big old bag of it for $2.50. It was such a blessing. And I'm just going to hot glue the lace in and around my egg. I wish this would have been ruffled lace. The other 3 eggs that I did actually had ruffled lace, but I ran out of that because these are kind of a larger project. But once I had that on, I thought it looked really pretty, and you can tell I'm getting like some glueies. They always stick to my fingers, and listen, you guys, my craft table is a gluey hot mess. It's a pretty big mess in general. If you can see off to the side, apologies, but I am crafting it up and just going for it. Now I'm going to take some pretty pink satin ribbon, which Dollar Tree also has, and I'm just going to tie some shoelace pretty bows. So just tie a bow like you'd be tying a shoelace, and then I'm going to hot glue that to either side of my pretty egg. And here is how it turned out. And these would also make really pretty decor if you're decorating for like a little baby shower or an Easter party or something like that. I put 2 on either side of my mantle, and then I have 2 more left over to do whatever I want with. So I might make a swag to go outside my door on either side of my outdoor lights. And I did use waterproof Mod Podge, so they could possibly be used outside. They might get a little damage to the satin ribbon, but happy crafting. Let's take some trash and turn it into treasure. I'm going to create some super cute little paper carrots. So I'm taking this paper roll and then just some brown craft paper. And the paper roll was from wrapping paper roll. And then I'm simply going to cut it down to a little bit smaller size. I'm going to take the brown craft paper and wrap it around the paper roll to create kind of a carrot shape. And this wasn't perfect. It didn't look exactly like a carrot, but I think it was enough. You just want to roll it into kind of a little burrito and then stuff the extra paper down into the end of the roll. You could also do toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. That would work too. And then I'm going to take and stuff the other excess down in to the other end, and just kind of shape it around. These don't have to be perfect. They're supposed to be kind of rustic looking. And then I'm going to take some orange paint. I had this on hand from last fall. It's just that apple barrel craft paint, I believe, from Walmart. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a paint job to make it look a little bit more carroty. I wish I would have had some baker's twine to kind of wrap around the carrot to kind of secure it a little bit more. It seemed kind of flimsy on here, but I did end up using a little bit of hot glue. I've been really impatient with my stuff drying recently, but here is how it looks so far. I also added in some cute little leaves and some moss to the top. So here is how my jumbo cute little carrot turned out after I had added in some moss. I grabbed this little picnic basket. It was, my daughter had picked it up from the thrift store. I popped some greenery in there, put some little Dollar Tree cute little carrot beads in there, and then pushed the carrots kind of down into the greenery like they were blooming out. So it's kind of like a little blooming floral basket. And I want to put this outside. I have 2 chairs on my front porch, and I thought it'd be super cute to kind of just have this. I didn't want it to blow away, so I put 2 little 2-pound weights down in it. You could also put rocks down in it if you're, putting a basket out on your front porch. I put a little bunny by it. I think it needs one more little thing. They say you're supposed to do things in 3s. We do get a ton of wind on our hill, so that is why I put those weights down in there, because I've lost flags. I've lost all kinds of decor off my front porch if it isn't anchored down. Now we're going to create a super fun Easter wreath and bow. So I had this wreath left over from last summer. I had bought it like this with the flowers already on it from Michael's. I'm going to take one of these Hobby Lobby bunnies and I'm going to simply take a piece of wire, and I twisted the wire around the bunny's ears to secure the bunny into the wreath. You could also use a giant zip tie. I am completely out of zip ties after doing this wreath. The next thing I did was take some of this blue chinoiserie ribbon, and I had this left over from last season. I'm also taking this blue and white striped ribbon. Now, I ordered this ribbon on Amazon last season. It is wired, and I wasn't for sure how I felt about combining the blue and white with the Easter colors, but because these colors are brighter and the wreath did have blue flowers in it, I feel like it worked. And I think it's kind of a pop of color that's unexpected. Sometimes, and listen, I'm a pastel gal. I love everything pastel, pinks, blues, greens. Sometimes I feel like my Easter decor can look almost too pastel, like it's a baby's room stuff. So I thought, let's just try breaking it up with a little bit of a bolder blue. And so I took my easy bow maker, made a quick little bow. You guys could also make a loopy bow. Go back and watch some of my bow videos if you need help making bows. And I am going to make a separate bow video for the bow that I'm going to probably use in my garland. But anyway, so take that bow, attach it into the wreath with a zip tie, some floral wire. I'm also going to take this lighter blue chinoiserie ribbon and then this little Easter egg ribbon and pop that in. I wish I would have had some brighter color pinks and oranges ribbon, but if you guys are new to my site, listen, I try to repurpose and reuse as much as I can. I'm not like a big go out and buy all new ribbon every single season. I take my projects apart, I repurpose and reuse everything. I don't sell my projects. I simply share free videos with you guys on how you can create fun decor. So I have had people ask me about different, do I sell things? No, I don't. I used to sell things on Etsy years ago, but now I've just gotten to where this is as much as I can kind of make things for my home. I'm adding in some pretty Easter eggs to kind of bring in some of those blues. I did also off camera add in a couple of pieces of ribbons to the bow that were longer to create tails, and then a couple more pieces of ribbon mixed in to kind of bring those blues in. Let me know what you guys think about this bolder blue. I know it's a little bit unexpected. I am going to add in, I think, some chinoiserie blue and white planters to my front porch to really bring everything together. And also, side note, my front porch stuff is not done. I'm just slowly putting all of this together. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 80 degrees, so I'm really going to go to work and hopefully film it for you guys. But happy crafting. Okay, let's make a big fabulous bow. For this bow, I'm going to use my easy bow maker. You guys can grab these at any craft store. You can order them off of Amazon. I love them because it makes making your bow just really easy. It has little measurements on it. So for this bow, we're going to go 8 inches across. This is wired ribbon. Always use wired ribbon when you make these big fluffy bows. I grabbed this, it's blue and white striped ribbon off of Amazon. I know some people had commented and said it looked black. No, it's blue and white, but black and white would be pretty as well. I'm using this ribbon simply because I already have it on hand. I try to repurpose and reuse as much of my supplies as I can. I buy all of my own supplies, and I just feel like, it's cost efficient, and I like to be really creative and try to repurpose and reuse as much as I can. So I went about 2 inches smaller on each loop, and I did 3 loops of the blue ribbon. Then I'm going to add in this pretty rose ribbon. And if you guys love romantic decor, if you love that, cottage country look, shabby chic, this rose ribbon from Hobby Lobby is where it's at. I love it. It's so pretty. And so I'm just going to add that in to the blue. I know that seems a little bit strange, but I feel like it looks pretty. So it's my home. You guys can use whatever ribbon you love. And I'm going to use this because this is what I have on hand. I'm going to dovetail those ends and just also go in with some of this pretty pink and white gingham ribbon. I got this at Michael's on clearance last season. You can tell I have all the strips of ribbon. This was from me taking apart all of my bows from last season, and I'm just going to repurpose and reuse them. They're not gonna look perfect, but we're gonna roll with it. Here's what it looks like so far. I'm gonna use this in my front porch garland, and I was unsure about the blue and white ribbon, but the longer that I look at it, the more I think it's just a pop of unexpected color. I'm going to add in some blue planters to my front porch that have that beautiful kind of chinoiserie print with my little topiaries that I spray painted pink and white. And so that's what I'm going to go with so far this season. I know that supposedly chinoiserie is trending with the blue and white. I did it a couple years ago, but I'm going to reintroduce it into some of my decor. It's also a great transition into summer. The blue and white is going to look beautiful with pops of yellow and hot pink and all that good stuff. So I zip tied this entire ribbon together. Then I'm just going to fluff it out, and I am going to add it into the garland on my front porch, but this garland is not done. I'm actually going to take it off, and I think I'm going to swag it on the other side because I don't want it to interfere with my Ring doorbell camera. You can see right there. I don't want it to be covered up, so I'm going to take it off and re-put it on the other side. Those are my little garden planters that I painted, and then here's going to be a fun little clip of Binji Bear coming up. So here's Binji Bear in the morning. He likes to sit on the back of the couch, and then I just cuddle a blanket all the way around him because seems like he's kind of cold in the morning. He's always really curled up and he's really cuddly. So we sit and do Bible study, and then I make my computer posts first thing in the morning, but I love to get him cuddled up, and then I sit like right in front of him. Sometimes he'll cuddle up on my lap too, but he's so stinking cute. And it has been unseasonably warm where I'm at the last couple of days, so he has got to go on almost 2 walks a day. And if you guys have a terrier, you know how much energy they have. And so here he is. He has his Easter scarf on and he is ready to roll. He got to go on 2 walks today, and he's still been super rowdy. He even was rowdy, like barking at cars today, which he usually doesn't do that, so I don't know what was going on with that. But I definitely have been getting my exercise in with him, and he wants to say hi to all his puppy dog and kitty cat fans, and he really loves y'all. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you are new, welcome. I am Olivia, your mate at home. I'm a DIY crafty mama, and I just love to share with y'all how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. For everybody that comes back and loves on me, that watches my videos, that shares my videos, that comments, and that has supported me throughout the years in this crafting and decorating journey, thank you all so much. You guys are so loyal, you're so awesome, and you just are so kind to me, and you really truly keep me going. I don't know how many of you guys' comments that I read, and man, it just touches my heart, and I'm like, you know what? This is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing what I do and sharing with you all my love of crafting and decorating. So if you guys love to craft and decorate on a budget, I would love to have you all subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. Join this fun little community, and thank you guys for being here. Also follow me on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, wherever you guys love to get your crafting and decorating content. I'm going to give all of your hearts a big old tight hug because I know we are all going through something, and listen, every day that we wake up, our eyes open, that is a new day. It is a gift from God to be here. So share your smile, share your heart, share a kind text with a friend, a phone call, reach out, do your best to be a blessing, and try not to let the hardships of the world get you down, because listen, we're just all doing our best. So keep putting one foot in front of the other. I love y'all to the moon and back. I can't wait till our next video. And until then, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.